Submission for the Ocean India Hackathon, I've chosen the Etherscan API use case. So the use case is basically about creating a dashboard, or rather an analysis dashboard for understanding the statistics behind the various NFT collections as well as perhaps single NFTs. So the idea is that if you're either a new investor or somebody looking to create an NFT project or just an NFT curious person, currently there are a lot of paid platforms like Exodia where we are unable to access the data very easily. So here is the Board Ape Yard Club's address that I wrote, which I tried to kind of find data about it. Even though I have connected to my wallet, it says I need to upgrade to premium to view. So this is a paid service. Now, unfortunately, this creates a huge blocker for me to understand more about the NFT ecosystem, and that's why we want to use the Etherscan API and the associated data to try and analyze the trends behind the NFTs. So the API that I chose is basically the logs API. So I have, you can see the API that is the logs, and it's just a sample code that I wrote, a small REST API piece where I'm just fetching the data from this particular board API club contract as to what are the different transactions that happened starting from block 379224 to the latest block. This is the address of that particular contract, and the topic 0 refers to the topic that is for the logs, right? So the transfer log is what I picked, and I was surprised to find out that once I ran the script, so let me just run it once. So once I run the script, basically it dumps a bunch of data. The idea is to take the data, convert it into CSV, and try to analyze this data. Now, what was interesting is that a couple of the initial transactions that I found out were all about minting, right? So this was something really cool. This is one of the transactions that I opened, and at this particular block number, one of the transactions is all about minting the token IDs to a specific address, right? So we could basically try and figure out what is happening here and what are the different transactions, and try and analyze the trends behind how the price of this board ape yard club NFTs have become really high, and why people are vying for it. So this is my idea to build a sort of dashboard which would be open and more accessible. So instead of just data like this, it would also have in-depth data about the NFT analysis, and how many times it was bought, how many times it was sold, and all of those things. Of course, most part of the data will be open sourced. However, we can also upload some part of the data, the results, onto Ocean Marketplace, and then open source them for as a data provider. So that's the whole idea behind the suggestion.